I'm so sorry, Gemini. I had to whisper that, but they're coming. They're coming back, Gemini. You escaped them a while back. Someone's coming back. They are dreaming, begging, praying, hoping that you are that weak, vulnerable motherfucker you was a while back. They have got a really rude awakening. I'm proud of you, Gem. You're stronger and wiser than you have ever been. They are coming back. I said this to you a few readings ago. I remember the green thumbnail that said walk away. And in that we spoke about don't you dare look back. You keep going. A few of those readings I've said keep going. Don't look back. Don't look back. They are really thirsting for you now. Thirsty AF for you. You're hot, you're lit, you're amazing, you're fantastic. Let's boost your self-esteem up that way first and foremost. Let's get those positive affirmations going. Let's get that music playing in your house. Let's turn up today, please, okay? After this reading, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, turn up because you need high vibes. You need to clear your mind. You need to stay positive because they're coming. They're coming. They're thirsty. I think you can sense them and feel them. They want a piece of you again. They're craving you. They're thirsty. Listen, King of Cups, the devil, they are praying that when they come towards you, you are going to be weak and vulnerable. They've been going really, really slow. This is a financial offer for many of you. Some people are trying to come in and collab with you. Some people want to be part of your business, corporation, divine righteousness, I want to say. Like this divine passage. You do something in line with... I just want to say exquisitation. Okay, Gemini's always giving me this energy. Gemini, you're so bougie. My goodness, this is why. Like, you're awesome. You're exquisite. You're excellent. Whoever you are, you're fabulous. Someone wants to come in and share your fabulous. Oh, it's giving me, what's his name? Kobe. Is his name Kobe? You know, the black boy who just does his hands in that position and gets paid for it. It's famous on TikTok, viral on TikTok. He just signed a $900 million deal for all of his branding to be used, I think at least for the next 3 years, by a corporation. One of those corporations that have the money and they want a face and a figure and they're going to use all of his branding. Now, that's the biggest deal in history for a influencer to do that. And economically, I think they've lost out, to be honest. I don't think that is a wise play whatsoever. I think when we look at the only reason it's a wise play, stay with me, we're sidetracking. The only reason I feel like it's a semi-wise play is because he's got the numbers on the screen. Yeah, he's got the numbers on the TikTok. He's got the numbers across accounts. But him as a brand personally, as a face, yeah, him just selling himself as an image, even if they're using his likeness and voice, in today's society, it isn't really enough because, to be honest, AI can do all of that and generate their own character. I feel like he was in a real spot of bother. I haven't done no background on this. So this is me testing my prophecy and futurism with you guys on the line. And I am sidetracking, but for some reason, I'm tongue-tied with word with you guys as well. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Does it even make sense? Hit like if it does. But for some reason, I feel like he was in a spot of bother with his position in Korea. And because not everyone looks at him as the epitome of, oh, I want to buy whatever he's selling. And he's come up with a really smart play in relation to Industry 4. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to pay out well in the long run. 900M. Small price to pay realistically in the grand scheme of things in relation to the industry and relation to robotics, but it sounds wild. So I'm talking to someone who potentially is going to be offered a brand deal where you sell your image to somebody else. Don't do it. Period. Someone from the past is coming back and they want to buy your brand. They want to buy you. They want to own you. They owned you before. They want to own you again. You walked away from them with the 8 of Cups in the past. You have been slowly moving on, managing your money. If you were with them, yeah, and you went in on whatever the last deal was with them, you would have come up a lot more money. I'm getting a 333. So that's like 3K. That's like 300 free bags. Do you get what I mean? So you were taking the risk to go it your own way. And you, for example, you only had 100K. And you held on to your 100K, your £100, your tenner, whatever it is, but they were going to give you 300K, or they would offered you 300. There was an opportunity for you to make more. This could even be in trading, where they were like, oh, you put in 100, you probably could get 300 back by the end of the day. You didn't do it. You didn't trust. Yeah, this could be someone trying to get you to join their trading arena, their trading club. Be a member of this trading group, and you have to pay to be a member of the trading group. Then you have to put up your own money for the trade and blah blah blah. It's a mess. Truth of the matter is, not the greatest move, not the greatest ally to have around you, and the surrounding environment is 6 of Pentacles. In the past, these people were poor and needy. They needed you. You went out of your way to help them. You gave your image or brand to them. They came up off of that, made a big fat chunk of money. Now they want to keep giving you money to feed their reality, because you are the prized possession here, Gemini. Yeah? You walked away. You wanted out of the contract and deal. I think that Kobe, after the years that this contract and agreement's done, he's going to walk. I think he needed money quick. And I think he made that deal because he needed the money. No one wants to sell their whole identity like that. I think that's why he marked it up so high. And he showed them his numbers and what he could really, really make. And he thought, fuck it. I'll sell my whole soul. I'll sell my whole life, my whole identity, my whole brand. I'll sell every ounce of me. I'll say how much I'm worth, and we'll see. And he's walked away with 900 million. He sold his whole soul for 900M. And if I am correct, the old me would go, wow, that's amazing, incredible. The new me, knowing Akono physics, thinking I'm a smarty pants and I'm a boss bitch, I think that's a great deal for him. It's a shit deal for the company. And the thing, when I look at him, I've seen him in a couple deals that he's done, and I don't know how much he was making on those fashion deals he was making. Not a lot. He's not really out there. He's not really doing it. So that's a wild thing to do. But he's claiming he's going to live up to it. I think that's going to be a messy contract. I'm intrigued to follow that. That's what I do for a living. We follow these things. We're building influencer tech and developing some really important things for humans to flourish. So we're going to find out if that was a flourishing move or a discouraging move. Yeah? So stay tuned for that juicy scenario to play out over the next decade, and everyone else to hop on that bandwagon as well. He's the first one to do it. 900M. A lot of potential in that as well. Like, there's a lot of potential in it, but there's a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And people just think capital and net. They don't think about the agent-based models. They don't think about all the ways they're going to be locked in and limited across the board. He's representing this one technology club or this one technology group. There's technology everywhere else, so he's not going to be able to rep them. And the technology company he's repping, although they've got, like, in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to tech, I don't even know their net worth. I'm getting sidetracked. It's about you. Let's get back to you. I could go on all day. I might do some futurist pieces on tech over here if I really need to rant on about it. We'll see. They're going to try and offer you something. They're going to try and offer you something that is 3 times more than what you currently have. They're telling you they can do it 3 times more, basically. And you are not remotely confused. You've already made a decision. You're already off in your own direction. But they do want to keep pursuing you. They're going to be sweating you heavy about this. Sit with it. Sit with it. Get back to us. We'll speak to you again next week. We'll speak to you again next week. We'll speak soon. We'll speak soon. But you're already done. You're moving to someone else, yeah? You're moving in with someone. You're settling down. You're focusing on your wife or husband. You're moving somewhere very different. You've already closed out this cycle. You've already made a commitment to someone else. It may not be in written form. This person may not even know you've committed to them, but you've made commitments. You've definitely made commitments. And you are, I want to say, You're assessing the situation. You're wise, period. Because you've assessed the situation. When you moved and walked away from these guys, maybe 2-3 months ago, whenever that reading came out, you already made your decision. And you're focusing on your independence. You are healing. There's someone significant here. It looks like a feminine, but it also could be your vibration. It's Queen of Wands. So, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy, but more importantly, a really gorgeous soul or spirit that's passionate and light. These people are not even showing up here, other than in devil energy, where you've got a gorgeous Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. There's liberation and independence. Yeah? Because if Kobe had the money, I don't even know if that's his name or how to say it properly, right? But if Kobe had the money and made the right choice, he would have built his own tech company from the ground up. He would have not sold his soul to a centralized network and let them use his image and likeness for absolutely everything, yeah, when the competition is rife and all of these companies are more than likely to fall and they're building robots, blah, blah, blah. He could stabilize and be well off, and the whole company could circulate around their multi-billion net for the rest of their life in the ecosystem, and they could be fine. But in regards to inflation and the AI bubble, the boom, the burst, the potentialities across the market, it's wild to me. It's wild to me because, but once again, there's a lot of money on this planet. There's a lot of money on this planet. So either way, it's fascinating, but that's me throwing my prediction into the arena there. But with that, Knight of Cups, Five of Wands, you're showing up to me as someone who knows your worth. And no, I'm not going to sell my soul to this devil. I'm not going to sell my soul to this group again. I know what happened last time. I didn't like it. Now you're coming out with Knight of Cups and Five of Wands. You're saying, I'm not getting into conflict. I will make the offers here. You don't need to come to me and offer me anything. Because even at the very beginning, when you first made a deal with these people, they offered you something, but they were the broke ones in the story, realistically. Because now you, whoever I'm connecting with, you understand social values. You understand net worth beyond the paradigm of materialism and money. You are a child of God, my friend. You understand what it means to be a giver, not a taker. And you understand who you are inherently and what your net worth is separate to the money. You understand the value of you and your brand. You know your worth. And you're better than just putting a 900M a markup on your worth. You need liberation, yeah? So now you've shifted positions and you've outranked these individuals before they had the social values or fronted like they did and needed the money. And then working with you and your brand made them come up. Just like this company who's now paid 900M, they are expecting a threefold return on that. They're expecting at least B return from Kobe. From Kobe, who just does his hands like that. He can show his generative return based on TikTok views, ads, and the digital data that the fans that he has. That will reach a markup that's significant. But in relation to actually speaking, does the man even speak or present, or is he out here doing stuff, or does he plan to be that figure now? Because then that's gonna come. I haven't even heard the man say more than 4 words. But I don't follow him on any account, so this is me giving an inexperienced perspective. But the man ain't said more than 4 words. Where we're going and the outcome, he's going to have to start speaking. And if he's never spoken before, and we've never heard him before, that means his image and persona is going to change. Things are going to... He's now under pressure. Yeah? I love watching people who sign deals and contracts, and I have to watch them fulfill it. And I'm like, oh, they signed a big deal for that. They're going to have to make sure they stick to that and do this and do that for the next 2 years. And then you see who they are. Some people sign contracts and their soul is absolutely destroyed by the end of the contract. I think you went through that in the past and you know better this time round. So, and the bottom of the deck, King of Swords. And that's why I said, so, they're going to meet the new you. They're going to meet the version of you they helped you become because of their darker tendencies. and their thirsty vibration that surrounded you in your light. They're going to get to find out who you really have become and how much you outrank them. And once again, not because you want to, not because you're ego driven, not because you're a narcissistic prick, not because you're an evil dementor, but because you have transmuted the dark that they presented and turned it into light, and chose to be a disciple of the Lord and kept walking with spirit. You out corrupted the corrupt, and you walk away rich and clean, is a reading that came out last week on the channel, part of the TV tarot collection. Yeah, go and check that out. The thumbnail is titled Living a Life of Crime, and I go back and forth, who's the criminal in this? I'm confused, what's going on here? It's titled You Are Corrupt, You Out Corrupted the Corrupt. But that title is actually under a A/B test at this time, so it will change, but the thumbnail will stay the same. And it's Breaking Bad on the cover, with Good Girls on the cover, the 2 TV shows, and then all the tarot in the middle, and it says Living a Life of Crime. Go and listen to that when you've got time this week, because it's interesting. You're definitely out corrupting the corrupt. And not only that, Gemini, I would also refer you to watch in your free time Trapped with the Others. Yeah, titles will change, thumbnails will stay the same. It's called Trapped with the Others. It currently says the foes you're loyal to ain't got shit for you now or in the future. And you were loyal to these foes because you were contracted to. Yeah, they were paying you, but they were paying you for your brand and your image. Kobe has signed his soul away to these people, and now he's decided to be a puppet for 3 years. I know we are in the era of real change, and everyone who's got millions and even billions right now is trying to stabilize their reality, because the collapse is real. There's so much changing in jobs, AI, everything's changing. This started in 2021, really. 2022, it really kicked off. Everyone started getting layoffs, tech companies started moving, everyone started going offshore, finance really started to shift. Everyone's lives started to change. I had to change my whole business and strategic plan around. I had to change my whole life around. That's how I knew. I was like, fuck. The whole world is spinning out because of this. 2022, 21, 22, we've all got to move. Everyone needs to move quick if you want to stay afloat, yeah? A lot of people acting like they've got more money than they do. Bare people going into bankruptcy. More people going into bankruptcy over the next 4 years who haven't been paying attention and put their head in the sand. Accountants, big companies. We saw the fall of Silicon Valley. We've seen BTC fall down to what, a 13? Did it hit? This is before we recovered and got control over the BTC versus the BSV days. My goodness, let's not even talk about that trash coin. Do you get what I mean? So there's been major shifts and changes in the economy, and more are set to come, and a lot of people are going to sell their soul, but you're not going to be one of them. Wise choice. They're coming, Gemini, and I shouldn't have to whisper it or stress it like I did at the start of this. They're coming, and they're going to learn who you are now versus who you were then. Namaste.